Now, today's video is going to be a little bit different because it's really going to be showing you how to make a silicone mould from scratch with your own design of shape. Now, for those of you that don't feel confident in creating your own 3D shapes and things like that, or you don't feel that you've got the skills or the experience to make a little sculpture, then there's some great tips here. I am trying to get into Christmas early this year, so I'm nicely prepared. I will put the links to everything that I've got here in the description. You just need to click that link and it will take you straight to it. As I said, it's not expensive. So it's a two-part series on how I use the mould and some different techniques in making silicone shapes out of your own moulds, which is really exciting, so don't miss that one. So these have all been baked now, and I've also sprayed them with 2 coats of gloss varnish because I want these to be shiny moulds when they're finished. And don't forget, if you don't spray them or you don't varnish them, then they will just be dull moulds. I've also positioned them where I want them to be in this moulding tray. And as you can see, I made the moulding tray a little bit too big, so I've cut off these 2 bits with some more thin PVC and glued it so it can't flood in, because actually that and that would be a real big waste of the silicone, and you know, it's not cheap. I've also made a separate little box for the snowman to go in. Because of his nose, he's going to need an extra 3 or 4 mil depth, which is a waste if I cover the whole thing here with the 3 or 4 mil depth of silicone. So I've also put the double-sided sticky tape on the back of all these so that I know that once I take that off, as I do them individually, then they will have enough space and they will not move in that silicone. I had a little juggle around with this and I found a little bit more space, and I also found this rubber that I had in the shape of a turkey that I thought I would cast. I've sprayed it to give it a glossy front, and also thought I would give it a cast to see if it worked. So I'm now going to take the backing off the sticky tape, leave it where everything is so I can put it straight back where it was and so it doesn't move, and I'm going to do this in fast forward. Okay, so they're now nice and firm in there. I'm now going to give it a spray of mould release. And the mould release I'm using is this one. I love this one. It works every time for me, no matter what I use it on. I will put the link to the description to a really good mould release, both for the UK and the USA. You don't need much. Okay, that'll be enough for this. I will let that sit there for a little while before I pour the actual silicone. So in the next video in this two-part series, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you how I will cast in these moulds. Because I don't want them just to be one solid colour. What I want them to do is have a bit of detail. So I'm going to show you how in a mould like this that I can put detail in without having to do lots and lots and lots of separate different pours. I'm waiting for them to cure and then pouring again. Enjoy your resining.